Welcome to the Recap Lunch Hour with Guff. It's a Monday edition, a non-victory Monday edition to the program. Welcome to the show. We do it every Monday through Friday from 12:30 to 1, usually. Good to have you all with us. Look, I know there's going to be, I'm looking forward. The chat's loaded, as it normally is this time of day. It's all brought to you by Hooters. OriginalHooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations nearest you. Order.hooters.com. Have it delivered straight to your office, your door. If you want to slide by, pick it up after work, that's an option too. And I invite you tomorrow to Hooters O'Hare. Come on out. We will be there tomorrow for our final in-person program of the year. It's hard to believe, by the way, that the NFL regular season is over. We'll be at Hooters O'Hare to preview the Bears-Packers Saturday night matchup. Can't wait for that. Of course, we know that the Bears lost 19-16 yesterday. They finished the season 11-6, and a lot of people, there's a lot of thoughts about the entire game, I know. But the Chicago Bears found a way to win, or found a way to get to 11-6. It wasn't pretty the last couple of games, especially on the defensive side, and we're going to get into more of that as the Chicago Bears now get set for the postseason. And that's great to talk about, by the way. I'm just finishing up one little stat here. There we go. And let's get to the chat. Because I see Phil Sims in there stirring the pot. There's like 55 comments in here. I have to go through, by the way. We're going to go through the hoodie. I don't know if there's a winner. I want to get your thoughts on this. Landon, you can see the steam coming out of Ben Johnson's ears at his press conference. Yeah. He put it on the offense. They were flat. They didn't look good. They looked on for 3 quarters, folks. It was a pretty pathetic performance across the board. It really was. And then Caleb started to be cardiac Caleb, and the Chicago Bears found themselves tied in a football game with an opportunity to win yet again. Phil, not the way you want to end the season. The Lions look like a team that was headed to the playoffs. You play like that and you will go home. They had a vanilla game plan too. They even said like a preseason type game plan. That's good. Good for the Lions, Phil. Guess what? They're a team that's not going to the playoffs. So what's up? How you doing on that? Pablo, tough loss. Scared for Saturday with this defense. What time is the recap team going to be at Hooters tomorrow night? Looking forward to it. Show's at 8. We'll be there early and often. Come for dinner, hang out with us. Let's talk. Let's chat. Of course, Pablo, your hoodie's got to hand deliver that puppy. Thomas, absolutely disappointed. The Bears haven't beaten the Lions in over 2 years. Well, the Lions are going home and the Bears aren't. I don't know how the Lions are not going to the playoffs with that talent. It's crazy. But then you see some of the boneheaded decision-making from a play-calling standpoint that Dan Campbell was doing, and you can see why. Hey, Guff, in their tune-up for the playoffs. Oh, you misspelled there. Just going to say that. Stafford, Lawrence, May, Rodgers, Stroud, Nix looked very good yesterday, while your boy was outplayed by a guy whose team was eliminated. What? Okay. There's a lot of the Rodgers didn't look good for a lot of the game. I get it. Lawrence, yeah. Congrats. Everyone's going to the same place, the playoffs. Landon don't think I was here for it, so happy belated birthday. Hope it was great and wishing you big. Yeah, we lost him. I think Landon was a little hung on Friday. 2026 Bears offseason will be the Dennisons. Defense rounds 1 through 7. Super Bowl or bust next year. Chat GPT that. That's funny. Well, way to counter Google that. I can't believe it'll only be the 3rd time the Bears and Packers have met in the playoffs, with the last time being 16 years ago in the NFC title game. It is crazy. It tells you how bad the Bears have been. With the Bears leading the league in takeaways, it's amazing to see the stats this morning on the Jets with 0 interceptions for a season. It seems incomprehensible. It's just unconscionable. The Brewers just hired Dan Vogelbach as their hitting coach. Good for Dan Vogelbach, former Cub for a short time. Duval, AFC South champs. Sorry, Guff, your franchise quarterback doesn't get outplayed by Jared Goff at home. You handle business and win and have momentum heading into the playoffs. You know it's true. How are the Packers doing there, Phil? By the way, Jared Goff's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. You don't get outplayed. Caleb Williams doesn't play Jared Goff head-to-head. Jared Goff plays against the Bears defense. Jess, Before I start into the Bears, please let Cap know on ESPN 1000 today, the Ravens-Steelers rivalry based on the old Browns-Steelers rivalry. Browns moved there in 95. I would hate to have to tell him that info, but that should be known information. Brett, I think the Bears are going to win Saturday 22-14. Take that, Green Bay, not in Chicago. Send those cheese heads packing. Eat your own cheese, Green Bay. Ha. I will say that this is the ultimate take that Green Bay time. Take that Green Bay will have a whole new meaning forever and always if we can find a way to win a football game on Sunday. I know that Ben Johnson and Matt LaFleur are both going to have things up their sleeve. We already know that. But come on. You can't go out the way they've gone out the last 2 weeks. I know it sucked to lose yesterday. Rather have that stinker Sunday than on Saturday when it matters. Flush it and regroup. Really well said, Lip. Because, Phil, at the end of the day, I'm talking to you. 12 and they come back and win that game. Do you feel any better about the stink show they put on for 3 quarters? I don't. And they still get the 2 seed anyway. The week 2 loss to the Lions propelled the team to the best regular season in 7 years. The week 18 loss to the Lions will prepare the Bears to a postseason to remember. I hope so. That's why the Ravens-Steelers rivalry is so bitter, because the Ravens are the old Browns. Team moved to Baltimore in 95. The new Browns rivalry is just because they are annoying and we hate Cleveland. Fair. Landon, Al Michaels will be on the call. First playoff Al Michaels game since the double doink. Don't love that. I don't love that it's on Amazon Prime, but it's part of the negotiations. I get it. Do we have an update on Romer Gordon? I need Gordon back on defense ASAP. I don't, but I do know that they are hoping him to be back for the postseason. There's rumors that the Cubs might bring back Belly. Yeah, the Yankees and Bellinger and Cubs and Bellinger have checked in. I'm so sick of hearing checked in. It's January 5th. By the way, it's crazy. It's sunny. It's like the holidays never happened. We're on to a new year. It's January 5th. Bears defense couldn't hang a nail. Offense showed up late, but it wasn't like they didn't show up at all. They didn't show up great, though. There's the information. We'd love to have y'all out there tomorrow. I know Phil will be there. I know Pablo will be there. I know Jess will be there. Come one, come all. Hooters tomorrow. Cap, Alex, Tommy Waddle. The whole crew will be there. Don't listen to those rumors about Bellinger because it's not happening, says Thomas. Jess, you don't lose a game like that to a team that's been eliminated. You need to be on your game and have no letdown. Good teams don't do that. How are the Packers? Are we serious with this shit, Phil? Come on, man. Guff, heard a lot. I mean, the Chargers, they rested guys. Do they need momentum now that they have to go in to the gauntlet, play the Patriots? Lots of head coaches and GMs getting fired as expected. Definitely a lot more firings to come this offseason. As far as my estimation counts, Black Monday has claimed Pete Carroll, Jonathan Gannon, Kevin Stefanski, and Raheem Morris. So Vegas open again. Cardinals open again. Cleveland finally gets rid of Stefanski, who won 2 Coach of the Years there, by the way. Morris, Atlanta. What all of those have in common? Quarterback. Quarterbacks get you fired. They definitely get you fired. Phil already have the table for tomorrow night. That's the thing I love about Phil. He's a member. He talks the talk. He walks the walk, and he shows up. Point your finger at the defense or the receivers, but keep bobbling that ball, not the quarterback. Yeah, 5 more drops last night. Catch the damn ball. Catch the ball. Yes, make your calls to Hooters O'Hare so you can get a table reserved. Don't remind us of the double doink, Landon. We're still having nightmares. At least Chris Collinsworth. Chris Collinsworth won't be there. It may not matter. That defense in Seattle is beyond legit. Very impressed with what they did in Frisco. That defense can get you a ring. They're definitely for real. No doubt. You know what's funny about Seattle, though? They're actually a better road team than they are a home team, and they got home field advantage. There's really no team you could tell me won't make the Super Bowl in the NFC, except for the Carolina Panthers. That's the only one. The defense failing to stop drives down the field has been an issue all year. Dennis Allen and Ben Johnson have not really fixed the problem. I guess the NFL let you know what they thought of when they put the Bears-Packers on Prime. Not big enough for... Shut the fuck. I mean, are you out of your mind? Do you know why they put that on there? Because when you see the game, Phil, it'll be the highest streamed game of all time. That's why they put it on Amazon Prime. Come on. You're better than that. And also, by the way, I saved a stat for you over the weekend. Do you know the IU-Alabama game was the most watched game in the history of the playoff? So take that and smoke it and take it right where you want to, because the Blue Bloods, the ratings follow the teams. That's a BS comment. Oh, Amazon Prime. You know what they would say? 3:30 Saturday. That's what they don't think of you. It's 1-5. The Bears are still the kings of the North. Very disappointed with performance yesterday, but I know Ben Johnson will have them ready. Godfather says Ben Johnson hasn't let me down all year until yesterday. Should have gone for first down and 4th and 5 with $1:41 left, already in the playoffs, and defense couldn't stop me yesterday. Hey, guys, what's done is done. It's all about where they go from here. It's all about improvement. It's all about figuring out how to win a football game on Saturday night. What's in the past is in the past. The Bears surprise. Everyone can complain. There's not one person here that had them win in the NFC North this year. Not one. They won the North. Find a way to win a football game. Then it's gravy. Rivalry that tops people to subscribe to Amazon Prime to see the game. Sounds like an NFL deal with Jeff Bezos to me. Rick, why is it that the Bears wait till the fourth quarter to get going? Cheese Curls won 7 out of 8 quarters, excluding overtime. Lions dominated both games. I said this to Cap last night. The Bears can't go down 16-0 in a playoff game. It cannot be a reoccurring theme in the playoffs. It just can't be. Lip, who gives a shit on what network the Bears are on? Come on, agreed. Because you know why? Everyone will watch them. The only people who care are the parents in Pittsburgh who don't have Amazon Prime. Ben Johnson was brought in to right the ship. He's not going easy on them this week. There's no tomorrow if you don't win Saturday. Bear down. Green Bay sucks. And don't think Matt LaFleur won't have the Packers ready. They know they gave away the game in December, and that will be outright for revenge. Your Bears better be ready. It will be a war on Saturday night. I'm almost starting to mute Phil. Change from football, the Hawks have been on fire to start 26. They've won all 3 games with St. Louis coming in on Wednesday. Keep it rolling, go Hawks. Easy fix for people who don't have Prime. Go to your Hooters and watch the game. How about that, Lip? Got to do like they do at Olive Garden. Shred some cheese on Saturday. Go Bears. Or in this case, Hooters. Godfather, whoever says it's going to be electric on Saturday night, that makes no difference. Yesterday was electric. Bears didn't wake up till the fourth quarter. It's a pretty quiet crowd. There was nothing. Why wouldn't they be? There's nothing really to cheer about. Probably head to Primani's and watch the game there. Nathan, McGuffey, friends in the chat, have no fear, for I'm back with the cutest dog and the greatest takes in the history of the program. Happy New Year, Nathan. Welcome back. Nice draw for Chelsea on Sunday. Eric, listen, guys, at the end of the day, it's plain and simple. Find a way to win. I know everyone has different opinions. Wake up, grab a cup of coffee, and find a way to win a damn football game. I might have to jump to the current. I mean, all these are still in before we went live. By the way, remember, Ricketts is a cheapskate, still screwing the fans. Nathan, let's start. Bears got to get it together. If they have any plans of avoiding going 1-out in the playoffs, last 2 weeks have been but Caleb has no doubt shown he's QB1 for a long, long time. Coaching firings trickling, and I'll say I was a little surprised to see Morris get axed immediately after the game. Stefanski out, but Zach Taylor staying in Cincy is odd to me. It's not that odd to me. He hasn't had his quarterback, when they play, they win. The problem is his quarterback hasn't stayed on the field. Phil, Guff, to stir the pot, bring the ingredients because I'm always ready to cook. Take that. If the meal sucks, though, Phil, did you have a heart attack when they finished to the Ravens Steelers last night, Jess? Bad. Felt bad for Boswell on the missed extra point, but then for Baltimore on the missed field goal. What team do you root for? It is an honest question from Lip because you haven't identified that. People have been asking you for weeks. Can't imagine if Phil actually tried to win yesterday. Oh, Philly. They'd have Green Bay, and we'd be playing San Francisco this week, and we lost the battle but won the war. I will say this. San Francisco really fought hard to get in position to try to win the one seed. They're really banged up. It's a good draw for Philly. Over under Phil Simms hate comments every day, 14.5. You don't just get happy about making the playoffs. Every year you should focus on winning the Super Bowl. It's the mentality of teams that consistently win, have a winning mindset. What exactly about Ben Johnson isn't a winning mindset? By the way, I don't see Harbaugh or Tomlin getting fired. Rooney's don't fire coaches. I could possibly see Tomlin retiring or doing something else, but if he leaves, it won't come from the Rooneys. The real Phil DeRosa is in the room. Lip, I think Bears fans have every right to be happy for making the playoffs. Start of the season, majority of the fan base just wanted to see a competitive season with growth from Caleb. Now we ride the wave. Amen. That's what I'm talking about. It's literally verbatim. What's up, Clyde? Hard to imagine a world where Ben Johnson isn't coach of the year. He won't be. Nobody would have ever expected this out of the Bears. Shout out Duval, though. He's done great stuff down there. I think he's done great stuff. Mike Vrabel's done great stuff. Mike McDonald's done great stuff. I don't think Ben Johnson gets it. More offbeat news. The Fire have signed the goalie Josh Cohen as a free agent. I love our Fire news from Kyle. Pablo, last year the Lions made noise in the playoffs, lost due to injuries. Bears are decimated by injuries. Do you think this has anything to do with Ben Johnson? It's following him from... No, I do not. Especially because these injuries mostly, with the exception of Roma Dunze, are coming on the defensive side of the football. Timothy, Bears will lose Saturday. They're done. Look like a team of cadavers. One and done. F Green Bay. Come on, Tim. Don't bring that. Don't come. How do you say F Green Bay after all that? 2006 Bears got buried by Green Bay in the season finale. Did well in the playoffs. Poops, collective team loss. Can't blame one phase over the other. If you want to become a member like a lot of you are here, and I'm going to go through. I haven't looked. I did a first glance last night. And no, Phil, just because you took the Lions doesn't mean you win the hoodie. Your prediction was nowhere close. You know who I was thinking looked really good? I thought Pablo had a shot to three-peat. Join the fam. That's how you do it. There's the link. Become a member today. New and exclusive benefits coming in 2026. Look forward to that. We'll do a Q&A at some point later this week. Members only Q&A. That's how you join the Recap fam. We talked about the Black Monday. We talked about Hooters. Well, it's a great place to watch the game. And I know some of you are saying, look, I'm trying to be good. It's no juice January. Guess they have a Michelob Ultra on, not non-alcoholic version, Michelob. Because Hooters respects you taking care of yourself during this time of year in no juice January. Of course, those who don't observe, plenty of Big Daddy mugs are flowing. And it is that time to go watch playoff football at Hooters. It's going to be that place on Saturday night will be off the rocker. The great lunch specials, $9.99 or less every single day. The OG wings, the boneless wings, the blackened chicken Caesar salad, and of course the burger, Godfather's favorite, the cheeseburger down at the Joliet Hooters. The best place to watch football. They have party packs now this January. You got to get one of those. If you're having a Super Bowl party, if you're having a Bears party, call Hooters. They have 2 different packs that you can have catered to your playoff football party. Hooters, proud sponsor of the Recap and the Recap Lunch Hour. Let's see. Clyde says, when I get some money, I plan on getting subscribed. Okay, it's $2.99 a month. Just throwing it out there. Jared Mayo, more sweat, $100 million cap hit. Supreme Productions. I know Ben said he was playing to win, but through 3 quarters, they couldn't have looked more disinterested. Do you think he was calling a vanilla game plan on purpose? Yes. He was not trying to put anything on tape that Green Bay could get a hold of. Now, keep in mind, he said he was playing to win for the media, but they played their starters the whole game. You cannot debate that the Bears just came out flat. Lemp says the Packers' experience will dominate. We'll talk about this all week. Dustin, how much cap space this team has? They all need to go out on defense. Go out, go get Hendrickson, who's been hurt all year, and Crosby. Add as many pass rushers as you can. I'm intrigued by both. I want to know the health of Hendrickson. Crosby, you would assume they're tearing that thing down again by firing Pete Carroll in Vegas. Farrington says the pregame meal for Saturdays, wings from Orland Park Hooters. Love it. We may have to do the same thing. How the hell do the Bears show up flat in a game that at the end of the day didn't mean anything? That's how they did. I'm glad the starters played. They did not deserve any rest. I'm glad they played too. I don't like giving guys days off just to give them off. You know, the Eagles might be a different example. They have a lot more veterans that have been here and done that before. Sorry, Guff. Cap didn't know on the air and said they were saying it was based on the Baltimore Colts and didn't have the hit. Come on, man. Brett says, what position on defense do the Bears have most to fix this offseason? It's pass rush. They have to get to the quarterback. I saw an interesting stat saying the last 3 times the Bears won a playoff game, 94, 2006, and 2010, they lost their last game of the season. Ooh, like that. Eric, he knows. Find a way to win a football game tomorrow. I'll be there at 6:30 to get dinner. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing you, Pablo. Still is 2 seed. We didn't lose anything. Given how the game went, I would have preferred if Ben rested the starters. See, I actually like this, him being able to use that tape and hold it as accountability. I like that. I like that he's pissed off at the team right now and knows that if they play like that, they're in trouble. Game will play on Fox if you're in the Chicago area, or head to Hooters to watch the game on Saturday night. There you go. Update on C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I think it was a concussion. I don't feel great about a guy bouncing back from concussion that quickly, and it's a short week. How many more head coaches do you think Max Crosby is willing to play for before he demands to get the hell out of there? I think that relationship has found its way to sour. Who do you think Brady and the Raiders hire next as their head coach? It's probably going to be based on who they're going to pick as their quarterback. It's hard to know. It's a weird cycle. Who's the hot name? Man, I'm glad Ben Johnson's a Bear. Brian, welcome to the chat. Defense gave up 19 points. The defense is better at home. Offense needs to hit on all cylinders. The defense needs to be better, too. Yes, they were able to stop them in the red zone a few times. They need to be better. Atlanta has Michael Penix Jr. They need to get better on offense and defense. I don't know if Atlanta's sold on Michael Penix Jr. Lemp is really coming down hard, saying Packers win. Vikings ending the season on a 5-game win streak has me feeling some optimism for next season, but damn it, get someone else in there to threaten JJ's job. Crazy he got a taunting penalty. JJ just could not stay healthy. That's the win for the Bears defense is right there in the 4 field goals. Clyde says Kyler Murray got hurt. He's done in Arizona. Shedeur Sanders, maybe. Vegas has Tom Brady, the QB whisperer and owner. We'll see. Phil, they lose on Saturday night. Don't want to hear no excuses. There's no excuses to be had. Phil, I do want you to own a team, though. You know what? I'm going to hold you accountable for that. Who the hell are you rooting for? No one. That's all we want to know. Bear game also on Fox. Ira, less blitzing, leaving man defense to underperforming secondary. Agreed with that. Too much man-to-man. They don't have enough speed in the back to keep up, especially against a team that has so much speed like Detroit. Phil, if they win on Saturday night, we don't want to hear your dismissal of the Bears. Jess, dead on. Phil, at some point, you've been wrong on everything you've said. At some point, you need to man up. I don't get it. IU wins, you make excuses. Ohio State loses, you make excuses. Bears win, you make excuses. Caleb does great down the stretch, you make excuses. It's not even close, Randall. It's the Bears. It's literally not close. They have a great coach and the most important position, quarterback. They got both of those. Edward, lots did not even think Bears would have won the division. Enjoy the ride. Amen. Tyler, Bears were outplayed on defense the past 2 games, had the ball with a chance to win both. The Bears will compete on Saturday and win. I'm looking forward. Those of you who've missed Chef Paul, he's going to be there tomorrow night. How about that? Got a text from his son-in-law saying, we'll be there. What time? Rick says, Phil's pissed his Packers are in a tailspin entering the playoffs. Godfather and his cheeseburger. We know that. I'm trying to find an updated. Let's see here. Poop says, tired of nice guys. Bears defense is soft. I'm not hating, just what I see. Even if you do not get off the field or penalty, they need to hit the guy and make the other team feel it. Dustin, I got something to say about this. Congrats to the UW River Falls football team for knocking off North Central for their first ever championship. During that game, Caleb Blaha passed Joe Burrow to set the single-season record of 6,143 yards. That football team, I watched the game on ESPN last night, is coached by Matt Walker, a great DePaul alum and a guy I had the pleasure of being a teammate with, and still to this day I consider a friend. My first career catch in college was from Matt Walker, the head coach of the UW River Falls national champion team. Dude, his path to getting there, they hadn't made the playoffs since 1996, and he took them all the way to the D3 national title. Pretty effing awesome, the connection right there. Put a sock in it, Phil. Everyone's sick of it. Everyone's sick of it. Everyone's sick of it. You know what we're not sick of? I'm going to tell you right now. We're not sick of cashing. I wish there were more bowl games. Don't you guys? Navy. We bought down the hook. Navy in a landslide. Woo-wee. Look at that college football. We got to finish. We finished December. Actually, technically, hang on. Technically, that game Friday, we got to get rid of. We're 1-0 in January. We got to get the December off the slate. We ended up 500 in December. Our college football run during the bowl season has been profitable. You're looking at that going Grambling State -5. Are you out of your mind? Maybe. They've covered in 5 of their last 6. I really like what they're doing of late. And they're playing, listen to this, Texas Southern, who just happens to be the worst team in the country. They're 2-10. 2-10 on the year. And they are 1-9 against the spread. They haven't covered in 6 straight games. Their 2 wins that they had during that time, not even teams that you have a line on. The College of Biblical Studies, that's a true story. In Huston, Tillotson. Other than that, they've lost every other game they've played. And they've only covered one of them. And they were getting 36.5, and they lost that game by 35. And it's 5? Worst team against the number in the country. I'm taking my chance here. I'm taking my chance. Dave Guff, give me a warm before you put those aviators on. I'm sweating over here now. Hey, let's steam it up, baby. The sauna's getting warm. So far, so good. No sugar, no carbs. Good for you, Hawaii. Good for my guy, Rick. Phil is a fair weather fan. Whoever's the winning team is fair. He doesn't answer the question. Supreme, I know you like IU, but my Ducks getting the get back this week. Hey, should be a great game. I absolutely love it. And I know Signetti's going to have him ready to play. It's asinine for anyone to think the Bears aren't a legit threat. It's just consistency and all-around gameplay, top to bottom. And Jesus, please, less pre-snap. Caught in the moment. Godfather says good luck to Illinois State, who plays in the FCS title game tonight. Looking forward to that. Chicago Bears 85 says this is going to be the longest week. Can't wait for game day. Congrats, Bears, for a playoff weekend. Thank you for making this a wonderful season. Having a blast every game. Go Bears. Oh, Dustin, tune into my podcast later this week. We're going to have Walker and Blaha on. You should let him know that you're a fan of this fine program and that he's getting a shout out today on this show. That's hilarious. How about that? I sent his beautiful wife, Jana, who's a great friend of mine. Well, she's a friend of mine from back in our college DePaul days. I sent her this photo. This sums it up. This is proof, by the way. Matt and Jana Walker, long storied path. Look at that. Jana was in my class at DePaul. Really, really cool. Thank you, Lip. The college football record is outstanding. I took Grambling State -7 this morning for plus money. Lip, dude, you and I, man. You and I. He did not get to 4,000 yards, but he did set the franchise record with 39.42. I don't think that the fact that he got there will take the I'm just glad that there's a current name at the top of a list that's 30 years long. Also want to remind you, we didn't have time for it today, text REKAP 25 to 44321 to support Pause for Patrick's life-changing mission, helping over 30,000 adolescents going through mental health struggles and challenges since 2020 by putting therapy dogs in mental health institutions. These things are overflowing. They're at capacity, and there's no room for kids to get in. And the insurance stuff, don't even get me started, folks. What they're doing at pauseforpatrick.org, and check them out, is they're putting therapy dogs in these programs full time. It's unbelievable what this program is doing, and you can help by texting REKAP 25 to 44321. $1, $2, $5, $10, whatever it takes. Trust me, it goes a long way. If you want your dog to be featured on Dog of the Day, or if you want a sticker, if you're a member, email me at recapoffice@gmail.com. Recapoffice@gmail.com. A couple more comments here. We'll get going. Chicago Bears, thank you, Guff. Great show. Listening on work break. Dustin, his journey alone is inspirational, and the fact that the university trusted him through the struggle shows you what a belief and a vision can do. 0-10. 0-10 at one point. Eric Kramer did have that record 30 effing years ago. Eric, you too. My granddaughter goes to Illinois State and got to go down to the game, play in the band. Proud of her. That's amazing. Eddie, owner of Nighthawk in Honolulu, is a REKAP fan, a White Sox fan, and a Bears fan. Well, then you know what, Eddie? Appreciate you, my friend, all the way down in Honolulu. Rick, I should get him a sticker. I know he's not a member, but I like the shout out. I love it. And I appreciate all of you. Dude, it feels like 60 out here right now. That's what happens when you get the sun in January in Chicago at a temperature of 42 degrees. So get outside and touch some grass. It's good for you. Trust me. We got a long week ahead of us talking Bears and Packers. A long week. And I know there's going to be spewing coming from the north and some we're going to go back at them too. Trust me, folks. We're going to have a lot of fun doing it along the way. Have a great rest of your day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And as Lip Ripper says, bear the F down because, damn it, this is as big of a game for multiple reasons. Not just a playoff game, but we got to knock those guys down from the north to let them know this is going to be the new normal. Have a great rest of your day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. A lot of content to come. A new Cubs podcast coming later today. The recap, Rush Hour, and the Bulls later tonight. We'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Take that.